Good afternoon, Presbyterian Village. My name is Sydney Carter with Aegis Therapies, and I'll be your wellness instructor today for our Tech 101 class. Today's Tech 101 topic is going to be Google Home, and we're going to get right into what exactly Google Home is and what it can do for you, and also how it is that you go about using Google Home. All right, what exactly is Google Home? Google Home is one of the most recent standalone devices that offer users of this device a electronic digital assistant. It's connected to the internet and it will help with gathering information tasks. You can think of it as a smart voice activated speaker that connects to the internet using Wi-Fi. And it is similar in many ways to the Amazon Echo product with the Alexa digital assistant. You can go on to visionware.org with an arrow and then Google/home in order to find more information on these products and how to use Google Home. But moving along, this device, it resembles a large air freshener, and it's approximately 5 inches tall and 3 inches wide. Google Home, which debuted in November of 2016, is much beefier than its counterparts, and it comes in a variety of color combinations. Let me go to the next slide to show you all some of the different ways that Google Home can look. As you can see here, the Google Home device is kind of beefy, but not too large. Like I said before, it's only 5 inches tall and 3 inches wide. So this is something you could sit on your coffee table or on a nightstand or on anything flat, really. And these are the different color combinations that they can come in. It has a detachable electrical cord. You can't really see from here, but it plugs into an AC outlet, one recessed button on the same side where the electrical cord connects. And that's probably on the other side of this device. This recessed button, it toggles the microphone on or off so that you could give your voice commands to it when you turn it on. The top of the Google Home device is sensitive to touch, and touching the top will pause or resume a response from the Google Assistant, and circling the top with your finger will increase or decrease the volume depending on the direction, clockwise to increase the volume and counterclockwise to decrease. A colorful light array will appear at the top when Google Home is starting up or processing a command. So these are just some of the different ways to prompt you when using this device. Setting up Google Home requires a tablet or smartphone running the free Google Home app. And this app will allow you to identify the Google account to be used on this device. So you have to create a Google account prior to that, which doesn't take too long to set up. This can all be done from your computer or on your smartphone. I recommend doing it from the computer just because it's a lot less button mashing and leaning over. You enter the Wi-Fi connection information, which I would recommend gathering before you open up your browser, because that's going to be a lot of walking back and forth to where your router is on your modem. And you can select some of the basic features to enable from your Google Home app as well. We're going to go on to our next slide to learn more about this installation process. Things that you're going to need to have in advance. You're going to need to know your home wireless network name and security key code in order to connect your Google device to your actual Wi-Fi. And your Google Home device should be unboxed and plugged into power in order to make sure that it's able to pick up on the Wi-Fi signals. Make sure to connect your mobile device tablet to the same Wi-Fi network that you intend to use to set up your Google Home device. And ideally, your home router should be in a central location in order to provide the best signal to all the devices that are being connected to Google Home. For more information on this process, make sure that you visit this website down here, visionware.org. More on how the device works. Google Home will connect to your wireless internet during setup and installation, and it provides access to a wide variety of information and entertainment resources available on the internet. Using simple voice commands, one of the greatest features of Google Home, as well as the Amazon Echo, is that after the initial setup, you can get information or can access services on the internet without using a computer, tablet, or smartphone. So all you have to do is give a voice command, and this device itself will go ahead and gather information that you were intending to search for yourself through the internet by using the computer. You don't have to. All you have to do is enter a voice command as long as your Google Home device is turned up. Like we said before, turning it into a clockwise, turning your finger over the device with your finger with a clockwise rotation. The device should hear you and take the command perfectly fine. Oh, moment. More on how it works. More on this device, actually. Before digital assistants like this, you'd have to know some of the basics of using a computer or a tablet to get access to lots of storehouses of information online. And now with Google Home, this information is a lot more accessible because you can know around the way of what you want to search for, and the actual device will make it a lot easier for you to find the different storehouses of information that you're trying to search. And that's all about how it works for the most part. Now, what can this device actually help you do? The Google device will help with daily tasks like telling the time of day, or checking the weather, or calculating numbers, reading for you out loud, and adding appointments to calendars. All it takes is for you to give a voice command to this device, and it'll access all of the different things that are included into your Google account that you've already set up. And it'll go through and perform any task that you require of it. It'll also allow you to provide access to streaming content for education and entertainment. So things like TED Talks or any show that you want to watch, you can really have it search any kind of streaming content that you already have pre-downloaded, like Netflix, for example, or Hulu. If that's downloaded and it's included in your account, you have it already have a subscription for it, then all you have to do is just ask this device to open that up for you and to start it. And if it does have an issue, then it'll probably just ask you to repeat what it is you're saying, or it'll let you know it doesn't quite understand what the prompt is. It'll also help with connecting to other devices such as lights, thermostat, air conditioning, locks, and other things like that. As long as it is able to be connected to Google, I'm pretty sure this device will connect to it and perform any task that you need it to. What are the advantages of using Google Home for new users to technology? Much of the selection or customization for a Google Home can be done pretty intuitively using a conversational voice command. With the Amazon Echo, on the other hand, its counterpart, many of these personalizations are added as skills, meaning that in order to do a lot of the customization and voice commands that you want to go ahead and do automatically have to be inputted manually as skills. And they have to be done on a tablet or smartphone, meaning that you have to already know how to do these things before you buy your Amazon Echo. On the other hand, if you get a Google Home device, all you have to have set up is your Google account and all of the different functions, apps that you want to be able to use with your Google device. To give a small example, to have the Echo Entertainment with jokes, you have to add a skill for jokes and give a command for that specific skill. But with the Google Home, when asked, it'll just share a joke with you. The Google Assistant will perform many daily tasks for you, like telling the time, weather forecast, like I said before, or setting a timer on an alarm, compiling or adding to a shopping list, or even doing calculations of numbers for you. It's pretty convenient, and it's in doing calculations, it's pretty much like talking to a calculator. For people who don't like to read things themselves, it'll read out loud, and it'll even add appointments to calendars. It'll search the internet for local business phone numbers and a lot of other things that you may not feel like doing by yourself on the computer and on the tablet that you own. It's a pretty convenient device, so try it. There's not too much to getting it set up. It's pretty fun to use. I think I'd like to get one myself. And if it tells jokes and things like that. There's some last notes and some lasting information about this device. It'll also give you the option of accessing radio programs and podcasts that you may like to listen to. And gaining access to those things just probably requires the downloading of an app. And with this device, you can get that app downloaded just by using the voice command from your Google device. For connecting to other appliances for this device, Google Home will take advantage of at least a dozen other smart appliances, such as your lights, your thermostat, or like I said before, air conditioning and locks. And using a voice command, this Google Home can turn these lights off or even dim the lights, as long as they're connected and they're from a certain company. I believe it's called Belkin Wemo. And they connect to, this device connects to those lights using Wi-Fi. You can receive a verbal report on which lights are on in which rooms and if they're all connected, as long as everything is connected to Wi-Fi. I think, wouldn't it be great if you could control some of those hard to use flat panel LED ovens and microwaves by using Google Home? I think that would be pretty convenient. Well, this is all that I have on Google Home for you all. If you all have any more questions or are concerned on this device, this is a perfect website for you all to visit. There's a lot of frequently asked questions here. Thank you all for tuning in to Tech 101. Again, my name is Sydney Carter with Aegis Therapies. You all have a great day.